by a score of 30-14. They opened Via Ve play by defeating Eau Claire North 35-21, lost to DCF for 17-0, and then had a tough time 2 weeks ago but held on to edge Wisconsin Rapids 14-12. Rapids could have tied that ball game with a 2-point conversion late but could not do so, and West held on to win. Then last week at home, Wausau West pulled off a big win by knocking off Stevens Point 28-21. There was a key play in that ball game, a 59-yard pass interception return by Tina Mua to seal that win for Wausau West. Now the Warriors, despite the fact that they're 4-2, they're actually being outgained by the opposition. They average 270 yards of offense per game. They give up 346. Their quarterback, Joe Gravine, having a good season. He is completing 68% of his passes for 734 yards and 9 touchdowns so far this year. He has now thrown for over 100 yards in 5 different ball games for Wausau West. Top West running back Miles Waldvogel has carried for 467 yards and 4 touchdowns so far this season. They have 3 young men, Finn Richard, Shane Jones, and Asa Richard, all caught at least 10 passes for Wausau West this year. So a good test for the Marshfield Tigers tonight as they take on Wausau West here at Haining Stadium in Marshfield. Now we'll come back in just a few moments and check in with Tiger football coach Denny Giedel as our pregame report continues following these messages.
High school sports coverage is brought to you by Citizen State Bank of Loyal, community-owned, community-minded. They welcome the opportunity to serve you no matter what life brings. Arts Body Shop, South Central Avenue, Marshfield. Quality body and frame work, including custom work. And Chips Hamburgers, South Central Avenue, Marshfield. Child broiled fresh and instant service. Walk in or drive up. Can you handle Chips Champ? Nuts Deep 2 has 14 large TVs, so you can watch nearly every sporting event available. Perfect for game time, happy hour, and mealtime. Nuts is always cooking something, like Monday's incredible lineup of mac and cheese, Tuesday's trivia including tacos and tequila, Weenie Wednesdays with Vienna beef, and don't forget about the burger of the week, or tenderloin and shrimp dinner on Sundays. Bring your family, bring your friends, and enjoy the many best of Marshfield that Nuts Deep 2 has to offer. Nuts Deep 2 Marshfield and Nuts Deep 2 North, Spencer.
Marshfield Tiger football coach Denny Giedel now with us as the Tigers take on Wausau West at Haining Stadium in Marshfield. And coach, a nice win last week against Wisconsin Rapids, spotting them 2 early touchdowns and came back and won that ball game. Thoughts about that win last Friday night?
Well, the team really scared me and the rest of my coaching staff in the first couple of drives. We let them score, and then we turn around and fumble the ball right back to them and let them score again. So, yeah, that's a tough way to start, especially when things haven't been going your way for the whole season. When you get a couple big, black marks on you in the first couple of drives, that's pretty scary. But, they hunkered down, kids did, and they came back and scored. We got a 2-point conversion, which we scored on every 2-point conversion, which is a big bonus. It's kind of good stuff. But, like I said, I told the kids that they're getting better. It's the 5th week now or whatever we're in, 6th week. And you can see things happening where they're not having to be told so many times when they do make a mistake or it's an errant play, or they're figuring out that I should have done this and I can do that and I can play better. And they're doing those things. So that's kind of a good thing for us. We're moving forward and things are getting better. And some big turnovers we had, got some picks and things like such, which is awesome. We can do that, get the ball back in our favor, and our offense looked like they could move the football, and we did things we wanted to do.
Well, you talk about improvement, Coach. What are some areas you're really seeing that at this stage of the season?
I'm seeing my defensive backs play a whole lot better. The on guys, they're not blowing coverages. In the NFL, you can watch people that blow coverages. They play cover 2, and all of a sudden one guy takes off going back because the other guy was sitting and squatting for an 80-yard touchdown. But we haven't had too many of those things at all, and our D-backs are in position to make plays. And this week we had a couple picks, which is awesome. And we had some fumbles and turnovers we're picking up. Some fortunate things are happening to us, and those are things we're getting better at. I think the D-line is just hunkering down and doing the best they possibly can. At least they're covering their gaps, and we're not letting big open holes go for the running back to run through. we're making plays at the linebacker where they're filling holes and covering receivers. It's I look at Nowitzki, he's running with kids. It's awesome. You know, there's a linebacker trying to play a defensive back. You know, they're picking on our linebackers a little bit and, you know, making them cover pass. So I look at those guys getting better there too. So those are the big things. But offensively, we're moving the football. I mean, we know that we're just like a play away from being really explosive and scoring 40 points. We still haven't scored over 30 yet, which bugs me, but we're getting there. I mean, we got a running back that's, I think, is probably the best in the conference, and he can score from anywhere. I mean, he touches the ball, and he's pretty reliable to get us some yards.
Coach, I'd like to ask you about how your team got down last week. You're down 13-0 in the first quarter, and your team still did not get down, still had the resiliency to come back and win that ball game last week.
Well, I said last week, I think, and you were talking with you, that we were a little bit overconfident, I believed, and I had to get after the kids a little bit and talk to them a little bit about overconfidence and how it's not good to go in with overconfidence and be confident but not overconfident. And I think that whole storyline proved true in the first couple drives. I mean, we go out there and we think we're just going to go in there and they're going to lay down and not do anything. Well, they showed us much different and passed the ball over our heads, and you know, we fumble it back and they do it again. You know, and it's just like, I didn't want to say I told you so, and I probably did, but I didn't. But then we came back and, you know, got the big score before half to tighten it up and you know, turn the extra points into points for us. We're getting 2 points instead of 1. I know Coach Hubbard loves that. He's got all kinds of data and stats that we do that, and so we keep doing it. But you know, those are things. We came back, we battled back, and they showed some perseverance in getting in the second half.
Coach, I want to ask you about some guys on your team that are not all that big and making some big contributions for your team. One we've talked for last couple of years, Jacob Sadowska, rather small guy, playing wide receiver, doing a good job for you. And now John Sternweiss this year at linebacker, about 5'9", 135, has had some big tackles, some big sacks for you already. That shows there's still room for a smaller guy in this sport.
Well, it's not only a small guy. It's we started out the year, I told him, I said, we just have to be tougher as people. I think football teams in general, over the last few years, whether it's been worried about concussions or worried about getting injured and all this stuff that people, you know, I mean, moms and dads, nobody's different. They don't want their kid to get hurt, but the thing that we kind of talk about as coaches is that moms and dads don't want their kids to have a concussion, but as soon as they get their driver's license, they say, hey, here's the keys, go get me a gallon of milk. I mean, did they ever think about that? They're putting the kids behind the wheel of a car, and it's got to be more dangerous than playing football. So, I mean, those are things. The toughness factor, we're trying to just get it into us. And the two kids you just talked about, though, Jake Sadowska is a kid, yeah, you talk about a small guy, but he's one of the biggest competitors on our team. He hates to lose tic-tac-toe to his dad. I mean, they go to fisticuffs and wrestle when they play tic-tac-toe. And John Sternweiss, I made him captain last week because it was just his play in the week before. I said, there's a kid who's out there tackling, and I know you get a little tougher from being in sports, and he's a wrestler. And those dudes wrestle, and he's a farmer. And his dad don't give two diddles if he's got practice. He's got to get the hay chopped, he's got to get the corn silage in the bunker before he comes to practice. And some other kids they got to, you know, make sure the bed's made. I'm not sure, but still he's a tough dude, and so is Jake. And Jake, he had 2 catches for sure, I know, and the other one they kind of took away from him. He rolled on the ground. He had a great catch on the ground, and I think he caught it. And he rolled over like a great receiver does, and so he caught it, but the guy said he didn't. That's the way it goes. And Sterney, he ain't going to come out unless he's dragging a leg behind him, and those are the kind of cool things you need for tough kids. But I think we're all getting it. I think they're watching it, and leaders by example are leading. So I hope we keep riding it.
Wausau West, a rather unique ball club, struggled against Rapids 2 weeks ago, but then beat Spash last week. So hard team to figure this week.
We looked at it a whole lot harder than we did the week Rapids. I mean, it was 14-12 against Rapids. But again, turnovers do a lot of things to all kinds of people, and West was a recipient of some big turnovers against Spash last week, right before half. we try a double pass with a quarterback throwing it back to the quarterback, and the D-back read it and goes yada yada yards for a touchdown. It was 50 or 60 yards for a touchdown before half. And those are some big things and momentum changers, but they're not a team to sleep on. We can't be a team that thinks we're going to beat everybody just by walking the field. We got to fight and claw. Like the old saying goes, the third monkey in Noah's Ark, that's the one you got to think about. How hard is he fighting? And we got to beat that guy. So that's our motif going in, and we're going to keep playing as hard as we can.
Marshfield Tiger football coach Denny Gadel. Tigers facing Wausau West here at Heidi Stadium in Marshfield this evening. Our pregame report tonight brought to us by Astor Assisted Living Center on Chestnut Avenue in Marshfield. The very best assisted living with convenient, comfortable, and secure lifestyle. Visit AstorSeniorsCommunities.com. More of our pregame report from Heidi Stadium in just a moment.
High school sports coverage is brought to you by Ag Country FCS Marshfield, supporting agriculture and rural communities with competitive credit and financial services. Merit Electric Service Marshfield, electricians specializing in installations, repairs, and remodels, proudly supporting area youth and events. And Chili Implement, County Y in Chili, the official source for land-pride implements for farm, turf, dirt working, and landscaping.
Marshfield Tigers set to receive the opening kickoff of this ball game this evening. Finn Christensen to kick off for Wausau West. Gavin Larson and Hayden Carlson back at deep safety for the Marshfield Tigers. Here's the kick. Line drive kick near side. Larson on the 2. Up the near sideline, 10, 15-yard line. On a couple of tacklers, but pulled down around the 22. You're listening to Marshfield Tiger and Wausau West football on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer Marshfield, and on ZaleskiSports.com. With Delia Kaitis, I'm Gene Delisio. Play just underway here at Heidi Stadium. Marshfield and Wausau West meeting in this matchup tonight.
Good to be back tonight, Gene. Tigers in their orange jerseys, white pants. It is a homecoming game, by the way, for the Tigers. Wausau West on the other side, white jerseys with gold trim and navy blue pants. Here we go.
First and 10 Tigers. Ethan Femmel at quarterback. Harlan Meisner the tailback. Ethan in the pistol. Some confusion, but Meisner gets the football, goes straight ahead, but cut down after a short gain. Some confusion there between Femmel and Meisner on that handoff. Harlan did get the ball, but stopped after picking up just 1 yard to the 23-yard line. Second and 9 Tigers at their own 23. Ethan Femmel, quarterback, he's only a freshman rather, has passed this year for 499 yards and 4 touchdowns, 2 pass interceptions. Then Jordan wide far side. Josh Taylor, Harlan Meisner in the eye, and Femmel under center. They taggered and stretched the tight ends. Handoff to Carlson, straight ahead. A nice gain straight ahead, out to near the 30-yard line, cut down around the 29, maybe the 28. But Harlan picks up 5 on that carry. Hayden Carlson picks up 5. And the Tigers face with 3rd and 4 at their own 28-yard line.
Carlson gained 3 and then 2 more after a second effort push.
And that puts Hayden over 800 yards rushing for the season. 3rd and 4 Tigers, just across their own 28-yard line. 2 receivers on the far side. Femmel in the pistol. Carlson behind him. Carlson gets the carry. No place to go, though. Cut down at the line of scrimmage. Some good defensive penetration by Jackson Hetzer of Wausau West. Carlson stopped at the line of scrimmage for no gain. So it appears to be a 3-and-out for the Tigers. 4th and 4 for Marshfield at their own 28-yard line.
Although Wausau West is not a traditional gotta-beat-em rival like Point and Rapids, they always have some really good athletes on the field, good skill position people, so they can be very tough offensively especially.
Veteran McTaggart kicking for Marshfield. Aiden Fowl back in deep safety for Wausau West at his own 35-yard line. McTaggart averaging 38.5 yards per punt this year. Low snap. Better gets it away, though. Good kick. Bouncing inside the 45-yard line. Inside the 40. Rolls inside the 35. Inside the 30. And stops around the 28-yard line. 44-yard punt for Veteran McTaggart. And Wausau West has the football at their own 28-yard line.
Yeah, well, a 35-yard punt with what about the 9-yard roll on that one? A good old turf punt there.
Play just underway here at Heidi Stadium. No score. 1st and 10, Wausau West at their own 28-yard line. The Warriors quarterback by senior Joe Gravine. He's completing 68% of his passes for 734 yards and 9 touchdowns, and only 2 pass interceptions and none in West's last 4 ball games. His running back is Miles Waldvogel. He's rushed for just under 500 yards this year. On 1st down, Gravine rolls to the far side, stops, spins back to the near side, has the running room across the 30, the 35-yard line, pulled down on the 37. Nice open field tackle by a Marshfield man on that play. That was Cole Kenny. And Gravine stopped at the 37. He'll get about 9 yards on that run.
Marshfield losing contain on the defensive line on the right side as they all collapsed as Gravine faked going to the right, and when he cut back there was no one there for outside contain, but a nice tackle downfield.
2nd and 1 for Wausau West at their own 37-yard line. Then Christensen, the wide out on the far side. Gravine in the pistol, Waldvogel next to him. Waldvogel on the carry, straight ahead across the 40 to the 45-yard line, spins away to about the 47, and stopped there by several Tigers, most notably Mason Anderson on that stop. But Waldvogel gains 10 on that play to give Wausau West a 1st down on their own 37-yard line.
Slight hole, crease over the left guard area. Waldvogel found it and kind of shimmied through and then got a little bit more in the secondary.
No score in this ball game. 8:45 remaining in the opening quarter here at Heidi Stadium. Beautiful evening for football here in central Wisconsin. Asa Richard, wide out on the far side for Wausau West.
Way out there.
2 receivers on the near side. Gravine in the pistol formation, takes the snap, and hands off to Waldvogel. He crosses the 50 and pulled down about the 49-yard line. Some nifty ball faking there by Gravine, who faked a handoff to a receiver coming in motion. That was Taden Moa. And gave the ball to Waldvogel, who carries down to the Tiger 48 and picks up about 5 yards on that play.
Yeah, a lot of misdirection in the backfield there with a man coming in motion from left to right. Then he cut behind the tailback, and there were a couple of fakes there. Really had to be staying home in your gaps, not watching all that misdirection stuff going on in the backfield.
Waldvogel leaves, and Cooper DePoit comes into play that tailback spot. 2nd and 5 West at the Marshfield 48-yard line. Gravine from the pistol formation. Moa goes in motion once again, gets the handoff this time, cuts back inside of the 45, and dives forward about the Marshfield 41. Taden Moa this year has rushed for 233 yards and 3 touchdowns. Pretty good running back to complement Waldvogel. He picks up 8 on that run. And a 1st down for Wausau West on the Marshfield 40-yard line. No score, 7:30 remaining in the opening quarter here at Heidi Stadium. Wausau West's first drive of the evening.
You've got to stay home and read your keys against this team because they're offering lots of motion, lots of doodads in the backfield.
Asa Richard and Finn Richard both out wide near side. And here's a handoff to the far side, goes to Cooper DePoit. He carries inside the 35 to about the 32. And DePoit with his first carry. He got his first carries of the year last week against Stevens Point, rushed for 25 yards in 4 attempts. And he picks up 9 on that play to the Tiger 31.
Interesting that he just got his first carries because he's a senior.
2nd and 1 now for Wausau West at the Marshfield 31. Richard and Richard once again wide near side. Gravine back in the pistol formation. And he'll carry the ball himself this time, gets outside, and fires his way to the 30-yard line. Some good penetration to the Tigers, and some initial contact by Mason Anderson, but Gravine falls forward to the 30 and picks up the 1st down with that 1-yard run.
Yeah, it just barely picks it up, and some good penetration that time by Marshfield as the right side of the line pulled 2 guys on a counter.
1st and 10, Wausau West at the Tiger 30-yard line. Now 6:15 remaining in the first quarter. And no score. Wausau West first possession of the evening. Richard and Richard, far side. Shea Jones, a dangerous man, wide to the near side. Gravine from the pistol formation. And he hands the ball off to DePoit. He's going to go nowhere. Stopped in the back there by several Tiger players. They read that one well. And Keegan Young and 2 or 3 other Tigers in on that stop for Marshfield. Back at the 31-yard line. That run loses 1 yard. loss of 1 on the play. 2nd and 11 for Wausau West at the Marshfield 31. West might put the ball in the air here. Levine has thrown this year for over 700 yards and 9 touchdowns.
Hasn't been sacked a lot either, right? Hasn't been sacked in the
Does not
last
look like it, no. No, it is not.
That's one of the reasons he's been successful at passing. He's had some good protection.
2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. And Woolville gets the call, gets outside. Some lifting moves. He sidesteps several tacklers, but then forced down around the 28-yard line.
Yeah, he's got quick feet. Kind of reminds you a little bit about Carlson from Marshfield, except I think Carlson's a little stronger physically overall.
Now, Mark Woolville will go down on the 28. He gains 3 on that play. And Wausau West faced with 3rd and 8 at the Marshfield 28-yard line. We'll see if Levine puts the ball in the air right here. 2 receivers near side. Then Christensen wide on the far side. Levine takes a low snap, fades to pass. Has time, throws deep to the near sideline and overthrows a receiver at the 5-yard line. That was Asa Richard, who was behind the Marshfield defensive back, but Levine's pass a bit too long. The pass falls incomplete.
Yeah, didn't put enough air under it, threw it more on a line drive, and if he had thrown that up in the air a little bit more, the results there could have been different as the West receiver had beaten the Marshfield defensive back.
So here comes a 4th down now for Wausau West. 4th and 8 for the Warriors at the Marshfield 28-yard line. Now we'll see what Coach Johnson wants to do here. West has tried 1 field goal this year. That was unsuccessful. This will be about a 45-yarder, so that's not an option here. 2 receivers wide far side, 1 to the near side on 4th and 8 for West at the Marshfield 28-yard line. Levine from the pistol formation. Takes the snap, hands to Woolville. He hands it back to Moa, who comes to the near sideline. He gets pursued and cut down around the 21-yard line. He should be short of the first down by about a yard.
Yes, he is going to be short.
Nifty play by Wausau West on the second handoff to Tatum Moa, coming to the near side on this direction, but he's cut down to the 21, a gain of 7, but just 1 yard shy of the first down marker. So Marshfield takes over on downs.
Previously to an earlier call where I said nobody stayed home on the outside for Marshfield on the line, that time there was enough penetration there that kind of blew up that play and allowed other Tigers to get there for help.
So Marshfield takes over on their own 21-yard line with 4:30 remaining in the first quarter and no score. Tiger offense back on the field. Ethan Femmel, the freshman quarterback, in the pistol formation. On first down, Ethan pass, he's being rushed. Now throw to the sideline and incomplete. A strong rush by a Wausau West defensive ball player on the play. I believe that was Tegan Rasmus coming in from a linebacker spot. And hit Femmel just to Ethan release the football.
Yeah, let's see if he's okay, because he took extended throwing that ball and took a hit. Dangerous situation there, but he looks to be okay.
Ethan says he's fine. He stays in the ball game. 2nd and 10 Marshfield at their own 21. Kolstad and Gavin Merson wide outs down the near side. 2 men on the far side as well. Femmel from the pistol formation. Takes the snap, fades the pass, has time for his far sideline. Caught by Sadowska, across the 30, and around the 30 this way. There was some contact there. It looks like Sadowska was pulled back. The official right there says apparently he was grabbed by the shoulder pad or the jersey. It looked like a face mask, but the official right there said no, it was a legal play.
Well, when your head turns around backwards like you're in some sort of a horror picture show, there's usually something going on there defensively, but Sadowska say no.
Sadowska's 10th catch of the year gains 9 yards. 3rd and 1 Marshfield at their own 30. Marshfield now in an I formation. Femmel under center on this play. And he'll drop the snap, pick it back up, and dive across the line of scrimmage, and should have the first down.
Well,
Ethan had a dangerous fumble last week against Wisconsin Rapids on the snap.
see where they mark this,
Yeah.
Gene. This is going to be close.
I think you're right, Dale. They're saying fourth down, I believe. And they marked it back at the 29. Apparently his knee came down, he touched down when he picked up the fumble. So he lost a yard, ball's back at the 29. I think when Ethan picked up the fumble, he put a knee down to do that, so he was down right there.
Yeah, pretty hard to say. A big pileup in there, big scrum.
So 4th and 2 Tigers at their own 29-yard line, and Vedder McTaggart likely to punt once again.
Marshfield taking a lot of time to bring their offense off the field and bring the punting team out, but they do go right to punt formation.
Aiden foul with deep safety for Wausau West.
Got a 5-second count on the other end to get it off. There it is, penalty.
Tigers will be called for delay of game here.
I don't know if they were debating to go for the first down with about a 3 yard to go or not, deep in their own territory. But the Tiger offense kind of trotted off the field. The kick team, the punt team, came out rather slowly and 5 yards.
There's a ball back at the 24.
It's a punting situation, but that still affects the
Low snap, and the Tiger picks it back up and kicks it away. A line drive. Foul on his own 42-yard line. Gets hit there. He is carrying a tackle with him out to about the 49-yard line and stopped right there. John Sternweiss on the tackle. Wausau West has good field position at their own 49-yard line. Now 3:07 remaining in the first quarter. And a no score here at Heidi Stadium.
Got him for a 35-yard punt, but at least he got it off because with the bad snap.
Also in the VFA tonight, Wisconsin Rapids at Eau Claire Memorial, Eau Claire North at Stevens Point, and DC Everest has a non-conference game at home against Chippewa Falls.
That should be a good game.
Yep. First and 10 West at their own 49-yard line. Gravine will hand the ball to Waldvogel. He gets hit hard at the line of scrimmage, falls forward for maybe 1 yard.
There's a big hit in there as Waldvogel's head and shoulders snapped backwards, but he managed to fall forward for a yard. Wow.
Caden Reisner on that stop. Waldvogel does get one on the play.
Big hit.
Second and 9 West at the 50-yard line.
Got about a yard behind the line of scrimmage, and boom.
Wausau West again with good field position. They'll send 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Gravine with a pistol. Waldvogel next to him in that backfield. Takes the snap and drops back to pass. Has time for his far sideline, caught for a short gain at the 47-yard line of Marshfield. Quick pass on the far sideline to Shade Jones, his 19th catch of the year. Picks up only 3 yards.
Good coverage by the Tigers. 2 tacklers right on the spot.
Jones stomped in the Marshfield 47, creates a third down, 3rd and 6th for the Tigers, for the Wausau West Warriors rather, at the Marshfield 47. Richard wide near side, and Gravine faced the pass once again. Being rushed, goes across the middle, and the ball's knocked away, incomplete.
Dropped and knocked away.
Fine defensive play by a Marshfield man on that play. That was Cole Kenny. Knocked the ball away from the West receiver on the 30-yard line.
I think he had to go in there and dig it out a little bit because that ball was right on the money, right on the chest of the receiver. But a nice job by the Tiger defender sticking his hand in there and knocking the ball down.
4th and 6 for Wausau West at the Marshfield 47. Kennedy Yang, the punter for Wausau West. Carlson back in deep safety for Marshfield in his own 15-yard line.
Watch the fake here.
High snap, Yang pulls it in, kicks it away up the far sideline. Carlson on the 20-yard line, gets knocked down on the 25. Man went down the field for Wausau West, got a hand on Hayden, and knocked him off balance at the 25-yard line.
33-yard line drive punt. Hayden handles it cleanly, which is the most important thing, especially when you're back there in that 20-25 area. You don't want to let that ball roll and put your offense in a real hole. It's one of the most important things on kick returns, punt returns especially. You've got to field that ball if you don't have to do something real dramatic to do it.
First and 10 Tigers at their own 25. No score. 1:40 left in the first quarter here at Heidi Stadium. Trevin Fry is the quarterback now for Marshfield. Under center from the eye. And Trevin rolling down the near sideline. Has time, throws on the near sideline, and the ball's caught at the 40-yard line. Marshfield first down on that play. Ben Jordan on that catch along the near sideline. His 14th catch this season. Fries to Jordan, picks up 15 yards on that play.
Coverage mistake for West is too shallower. The linebacker and quarterback went with a deeper receiver and left the, is that Jordan?
First and 10 Tigers at their own 40-yard line. Slot I formation here. And Fries gives to Carlson. Has a nice hole to the near side. Carries to the 45-yard line. Then Waldron grabs him. Knocks him down there. Josh Taylor, the Tiger fullback, the lead blocker on that play. There's also a Wausau West man down on the play. Wausau West man is injured on the play. Carlson picked up 5 yards on the carry.
This has nothing to do with the injured player, but I've been watching the defensive line from Marshfield tonight. They've been getting the line of scrimmage, they've got a good push. They've had some penetration on a number of plays tonight, so defensive line getting off the ball pretty well tonight.
Wausau West man down in the field. Laying on his back on.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield. Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
At their own 45-yard line. Slot I formation. Trevin Fries at quarterback. Taylor and Carlson in the I backfield.
Big roll to Marshfield's left.
Fries turns and gives to Carlson. Gets outside to near midfield. Breaks the tackle. He's at the 45 and the Wausau West 40 before he's pulled down.
Yeah, something else that's very important defensively is you line up where you're supposed to. I can't believe how many yards there, Gene?
That looks like 16 yards on the play.
Okay, you've got to line up where you're supposed to be because you leave an area where a gap unprotected, and the left guard, left tackle area for Wausau West was just an open door.
Final minute of play in the first quarter, no score. 1st and 10, Marshfield at the West 39. Fries in the pistol. Carlson the tailback. And Trevin gives to Carlson, gets outside, near side to the 35, dives inside the 30 to 28. Tough one once again for Hayden Carlson, picks up about 11 more on that play.
Good blocking on the right side by that line.
And a first down for Marshfield now at the Wausau West 28-yard line. Chains being moved as the clock stops with 40 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Larson and Jordan to the far side. Stretch the tight end on the near side.
Big splits on the left.
Fries in the pistol. Just to Carlson once again. Comes near side to the 25, about the 24. Then ridden down on the play by Jackson Hetzer.
Counter play from left to right.
And Lamar Carlson down right around the 25-yard line, so he'll gain 3 on that carry. And that play will end the first quarter football here at Hiding Stadium in Marshfield. Our score after one quarter, Marshfield nothing and Wausau West nothing. We'll come back with second quarter action following these messages.
For the best food in town, look no further than Rock and Roll Cafe on Stanley Street in Stevens Point. This locally owned, 50s-themed diner loves to support their community while providing a full menu of breakfast and lunch options, along with all-day breakfasts and Friday fish fry. Enjoy a fun, family atmosphere with delicious meals made from scratch, including skillets and tasty burgers. Dine in or take out is welcome, Mondays through Saturdays from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Treat yourself to a mouth-watering experience at the Rock and Roll Cafe on Stanley Street in Stevens Point.
Marshfield football on the Wausau West 24-yard line. 2nd and 5 for the Tigers. Marshfield in the I formation here. Trevin Fries playing quarterback, 2 receivers on the near side. Fries turns, gives to Carlson, coming near side. Cuts back to the inside across the 20, 15. He's in the clear at the 10, the 5, and to the goal line for the touchdown.
Defense over pursued by Wausau West to their left side. Carlson saw the big hole to the right. Marshfield's line doing a nice job again in pushing people past the play. And Carlson off for a big score.
6 play, 75-yard scoring drive for Marshfield. Tigers lead 6-0. And going to their spread 2-point conversion play. The snap goes back to Carlson, but that play may be called back. There's a flag down on the play. Carlson's 7th rushing touchdown this season. 25-yard touchdown run for Hayden Carlson. Looks like a procedure call on Marshfield. So that play comes back. And the Tigers now send their kick team out. Easton Ledden, who was 2 or 3 on PAT tries this year, will try to kick the PAT from the 15-yard line.
Short somebody on the kick team. Players frantically waiting to try to get somebody to come on the field with them.
Cooper Berry rushing out right. And now another man coming out. Now he comes back. And now Marshall is a timeout.
Timeout here.
Tigers take a timeout as there's some confusion on that PAT try. 11:51 remaining in the second quarter. Marshfield on top 6-0. High school football coaches poll in for this week. Division 1, Franklin ranked number 1. Division 2, the top team, Green Bay Notre Dame. Division 3, Waukesha Catholic Memorial ranked number 1. In Division 4, La Crosse Aquinas the top team. Division 5, number 1 is Maple Northwestern. Stratford 6th, Tomahawk 7th. Division 6, Edgar number 1. Regis 2nd, Auburndale 8th. Kenosha St. Joseph number 1 in Division 7. In 8-man football, Gilman ranked number 1. The Athens Blue Jays are number 10 this week. Now the PAT try by Easton Ledden from the 15-yard line. Landon Truby, the holder. McFarland, the snapper. Ball is down. Ledden's kick is on the way. Plenty of distance. The kick is dropped. So the Tigers do convert. They have 11:51 remaining in the first half. Our score, Marshfield 7, Wausau West 0. More football from Heidi Stadium following these messages.
Hey everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC, and I am standing in our all-new Express Lane. Open now, no appointment necessary. Stop on in and get things like oil changes, filters, quick lubes. No appointment necessary. See you soon.
Hello, I'm Jenny Shaner, Realtor, Next Home Hub City. If you're a first-time home buyer or seller, or you've been around the block, because of my experience, I'm able to help you in the most efficient way. I'm a full-time, full-service realtor. I focus on my clients 100%. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
Long end over end kick. At the 5-yard line, grabbed by Aiden Fowl, heads to the far side of the 15, up the far sideline to the 25, and stopped as he crosses the 25-yard line.
Good job of staying out there. Let me see who that player is. I think the guy that was out there with outside contain that stayed home was Sternweiss, John Sternweiss.
He's trying to do some big things for this Tiger defense this year on special teams. 1st and 10 West at their own 28, early second quarter.
Well, just like on offense, you got to have some outside contain out there on kicks. By that I mean you got to have a guy out there to turn it in.
Marshfield on top 7-0. Joe Brahim back on the pistol for Wausau West. Takes the snap and hands the ball off to DePoit up to the 35, the 36-yard line. Cooper DePoit on the run, and he'll back up about 9 on that carry.
Good misdirection again. Pretty decent hole off the right side of their offensive line.
Seeing lots of DePoit here at running back. Waldvogel not in the ballgame right now. 2nd and 2 for Wausau West at their own 36. Christensen to the far side. Richard and Richard wide near side. Levine from the pistol. Takes the snap. Takes the handoff. Rolls near sides. Takes off to the 40-yard line. 45 to midfield. Hit hard there by Easton Ledden. And stopped about the Marshfield 49. And picks up the first down with that run.
Good coverage by Marshfield, but that results in them in a man-to-man type situation with their backs turned, and that leads to an open running field for Green.
Yeah, he picks up 15 on that play. He's rushed this year for 67 yards, had 18 rushing yards against Point last week.
Looks pretty quick. Pretty good wheels.
First and 10 West at the Marshfield 49. Marshfield leads 7-0 early second quarter. Christensen, or Richard rather, wide far side. Christensen on the near side. Levine goes to the point once again, and he'll carry his way across the 45 to about the 43. Stopped there by Sternweiss and by Keegan Young.
Marshfield with 3 down linemen in the last couple of plays. They do switch. They started the season with that odd man front, but then have at times moved into a 4-4 type look, or a 4-man defensive front.
And Wausau West now faced with 2nd and 4 at the Marshfield 43. Finn Richard to the far side. Issa Richard wide near side. Levine for the pistol. Moa comes in motion. Hand off to the point, straight ahead across the 40. He's in the clear at the 35 and cut that on the 33.
Good job by the left side of their offensive line, allowing the point to get outside that contain.
10 more for the point on that carry. And a first down for Wausau West at Marshfield's 33-yard line.
So both offensive lines tonight for these teams doing a pretty good job.
Both teams have pretty good running backs. Richard coming wide near side. Moa goes in through motion. Gets a handoff on the jet sweep. Gets outside to the 30-yard line down to about the 25. And stopped to the 24-yard line.
Right now, Wausau West is doing a good job with their receivers getting downfield and blocking and running off our outside defensive people.
Taylor Moa picks up 9 more on that run. The Marshfield 24, 2nd and 1. Each team running the ball pretty effectively tonight. 2nd and 1, Wausau West at the Marshfield 24. Joe Levine playing quarterback, 2 receivers on the near side, 1 to the far side. Moa goes through in motion. Low snap. Goes out to pass. They'll keep across the middle. The ball's knocked away, incomplete. Well done play by Easton Redden, cut in front of Shea Jones. Got a hand on the ball, knocked it loose. Incomplete pass. Jones was wide open.
Yes, he was.
Then got back there, got a hand up and knocked it down. Creates a 3rd and 1 for Wausau West at the Marshfield 24.
It's twice now we've seen Wausau West with the receiver end zone bound, but the quarterback unable to connect.
2 receivers on the far side, tight formation.
Inside run.
Handoff goes inside to the point for a couple of yards. Now he'll fly his way across the 20 to the 19 for the first down. DePoint picks up 5 more on that play. A first down for Wausau West at the Marshfield 19. We have 9:10 remaining in the first half, and Marshfield has the lead 7-0. Columbus Don soccer coach Jeff Edwards, our halftime guest this evening, by the way.
Marshfield has tightened up their defense on the defensive line and moved the linebackers up a little bit.
2 receivers wide, far side, tight formation. Levine takes the snap, gives to the point off tackle, has a nice hole, cuts back inside across the 15, and fires his way down to about the 10-yard line, still on his feet, and powers down to about the 9. DePoint just would not go down on that play. But finally forced down just inside the 10, but he's been 9 yards to the 10-yard line on that carry. 2nd and 1 for Wausau West at the Marshfield 10. This drive began at the Wausau West 27. This is the 9th play in this series coming up.
Waldvogel a little bit more of a horse running straight ahead with some moves, but the point is pretty quick. Lateral movement, very good.
Deployed in there with Levine in the pistol on 2nd and 1. Man comes in motion. And the point trying to get outside, cut down around the 7. Some nifty moves. They'll have the first down, I believe.
Yeah, but Marshfield did a good job there. The point was trying to get to the line of scrimmage on the right side over guard and tackle, and he had to cut back. Marshfield rallied to keep it to a very short game.
3 yards on the play. First and goal for Wausau West at the Marshfield 7-yard line. 7:50 remaining in the second quarter. And Marshfield leads Wausau West 7-0. This is the 10th play in the drive. Wausau West looking for a tying score. Richard wideouts on the far side. The point in the backfield next to Gravine. He takes the snap and gives to DeBoyd. Has a nice hole off tackle and then cut down around the 2-yard line. Good hard tackle there by several Tigers. Wes Nowitzki on the play. And DeBoyd stopped on the 2. He picks up 5 more on that carry. Second and goal, Wausau West at the Marshfield 2. West has gone from their own 27 to the Marshfield 2 in 10 plays. Just one pass play in the series, and that was incomplete. Warriors line up once again. 2 receivers on the far side. DePoint in the backfield next to Ravine on this play. And Ravine gives to DePoint looking for a hole. He'll sit behind the line and stopped. He won't get there.
Who was that on the bottom getting up?
Nice move there. That's Mason Anderson once again on the play for Marshfield.
Levin also in there on the bottom of that pile.
Looks like they're doing the yardage to the 1-yard line. So he did gain 1 on the play.
That was the point, right?
Yes. Third and goal for Wausau West at the Marshfield 1. Wausau West changes some personnel here.
Yeah, it's at about the 3-quarter line, really.
Tiger defense looking to make a stand. Tight formation for West on third and goal for the Marshfield 1. And Green under center on this play. He'll take it in. That's Waldvogel playing quarterback. He takes it himself straight ahead. He gets in.
Push.
Miles Waldvogel, the running back, comes back in to play quarterback. He takes it that final yard for the score. It's a 12-play, 73-yard scoring drive for Wausau West. And the Marshfield lead now down to 1 at 7-6. Waldvogel's 5th rushing touchdown this year. Finn Christensen will attempt to kick the PAT. He's 11 of 11 on PAT tries this year. Jackson Riley, the quarterback, backup quarterback, the holder. Ball is placed down, kick is on the way, and the kick is up and good.
Plenty of leg, so obviously he's got some field goal range if needed.
So Wausau West ties the ball game. They have 6:09 remaining in the first half. Our score now, Wausau West 7, Marshfield 7. More football coming up following these messages.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
If you like to watch teams run the football, you need to be here at Hiding Stadium tonight. Most teams plowing down the field.
Finn Christensen to kick off for Wausau West. Larson and Carlson back in deep safety for Marshfield. Around their own 5-yard line. Here's the kick. Ground ball at the far sideline. And rolls out of bounds around the 20. So Marshall will get good field position here.
Marshfield's always had the reputation of being excellent at returning punts, especially kickoffs. So at times, I don't know if that was on purpose or if the guy scuffed the kick. I think it was on purpose because it was pretty strong on the ground. Teams will try to knuckle the ball down the field to try to mess up any kind of a return Marshfield wants to set up.
And then Hayden Carlson does have a 91-yard kickoff return for a touchdown this year against Eau Claire Memorial. Marshfield football on their own 35, halfway through the second quarter. They're tied at 7. First and 10 Tigers at their own 35. Ethan Fimmel back into play quarterback. The tailback is Hayden Carlson. On first down, Carlson on a counter play gets outside across the 40 to about the 42. Carlson picks up 6 and mark him down at the 41-yard line, but stays 6 yards on the play.
Some misdirection by Marshfield that time, faking one way and then handing off to Carlson, go over the right side of his line.
2nd and 4 for Marshfield at their own 41-yard line.
Frick at left tackle, Scher at left guard, Cooper Berry at center, Grant Eller at right guard, and Sam Granger at right tackle.
High backfield here, Fimmel under center on 2nd and 4. Fimmel turns, goes to Carlson again, slices outside of the 45-yard line, and held up around the 49. He'll have the first down with that run.
Boy, you better bring some bodies to bring him down, or you better wrap up because he'll run right through an arm tackle.
Carlson for 8 more to the 49-yard line. Here's Marshall the first down. 1st and 10 Tigers at their own 49-yard line.
Carlson is one of those guys, Gene, where you see him, he gets the ball, he's going to the line of scrimmage, and it doesn't look like anything, and then next thing you know, he's got 5, 6, 7 yards.
Knows how to find the hole. 1st and 10 Tigers on their own 49.
Yeah, he runs through people.
Fimmel from the pistol. Takes the snap, takes the handoff, straight ahead Carlson for a few yards. And boy, he's really fighting hard for yardage after he gets hit by several Wausau West ball players.
Yeah, he had nothing there at the line of scrimmage, but powered forward for, what's he going to get, 2.5, 3 yards?
3 yards to the Wausau West 48. 2nd and 7 for Marshfield at the West 48-yard line. By the way, football in Central Wisconsin tomorrow. Stanley Boyd and Neilsville Granton meet at Neilsville tomorrow. Game time 1 p.m. Our broadcast of that game begins tomorrow at 12:45 on 92.7 FM WPKG. Also in the Great Northern tomorrow, Wausau East at Middle at 1:30.
Sometimes I look at Carlson and he runs like a fullback.
Yes, that's true, he does. 2nd and 7 for Marshfield at the Wausau West 48-yard line. Larson in motion. Fimmel gives to Carlson once again, gets outside the 45, back inside of the 40, and stopped on the 38. They may have lost the football. He did, and West recovers. Wausau West on the Fimmel recovery. It's Jacob Shearer on the recovery.
Well, about an 8-9 yard gain and spits the ball out.
Jacob Shearer recovers the fumble for Wausau West. Marshfield's first turnover of the ball game. And West has the football on their own 40. 4:04 remaining in the first half. Marshfield and Wausau West deadlocked at 7 apiece here at Hiding Stadium.
Marshfield's got to put West in some longer second down situations. They've been pounding out some pretty good yardage on first down and giving themselves real short efforts to go for the first.
Joe Gravine from the pistol. Moore comes in motion. Low snap, and Gravine didn't see it. Picks it back up. Now runs to the near sideline. Still on his feet. Stops. First pump fakes. Goes down the near sideline. And it's caught by a West receiver at the 35-yard line.
Oh, my God.
And Richard comes back, makes the catch. But there's a penalty flag on the play.
Ineligible receiver. There was a lineman from West over on the far hash mark. I don't know where he was going over there, but he was 20 yards downfield.
An eligible man downfield on Wausau West. A low snap, and Gravine never saw it.
I don't think he was ready for that snap count.
Probably not. So the ball goes back to the 35-yard line. It's 1st and 15 for West at their own 35. Gravine from the pistol. Christensen near side, 2 receivers far side. Gravine fades the pass once again, has time, and now throws the far sideline and incomplete. Had 2 men in that area. Shea Jones was one, the other one was DePoit. Overthrew them both, incomplete pass.
Yeah, not great pass route combinations on that one. Looks like 2 guys running the same route.
2nd and 15 for West at their own 35-yard line.
So Gravine just kind of fired it out there and says, here.
Somebody catch it.
Here. It's all yours.
West lines up once again. Joe Gravine, the quarterback. Cooper DePoit The tailback next to him, two receivers on the near side.
He did have a good time to pass.
Here's the handoff to DePoit, straight ahead of the 40-yard line. Finds his way to about the 43 and pushed back there. DePoit gains 8 on that play. Leaves West with a 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7, Wausau West at their own 43.
10 carries for DePoit in 61 yards. Leading ground gainer so far is Carlson, of course, 80 yards in 10 carries. That includes a 16-yard run and a 24-yard run.
Conversion play here, 3rd and 7, Wausau West at their own 43. Two receivers far side, one near side. And a Marshfield man falls across the line of scrimmage. That's noseman Keegan Young. So a Marshfield infraction on the play.
They'll still be short of the first down, but it's going to create a 3rd down and maybe 1?
Yep.
Yep, 3rd and 1.
Ball now placed on the 49-yard line, 3rd and 1 for Wausau West. West also has all 3 timeouts remaining. West lines up tight formation on 3rd and 1. Levine stays in the pistol here. Takes the snap, runs forward straight ahead, gets hit by Sternweiss and pulled down, but he leads forward to the 50-yard line. Sternweiss had it in the backfield.
This mark is going to be really close.
That was Waldvogel, rather, at quarterback on that play. Waldvogel back into play quarterback. He leaned forward and slapped the ball down on the 50-yard line. Marking just shy of the 50. And so it's a 4th down. 4th and inches for Wausau West.
Well, you're going to go for it here.
Ball is just shy of the 50-yard line. Levine back into play quarterback. Clock winding down, 2:30 left in the second quarter.
West not even sending a play in right here. They're going to take a timeout or delay.
Also, West taking a timeout, their first of the first half, with 2:25 remaining in the second quarter. Our score is Marshfield 7 and Wausau West 7. And more football coming up following these messages.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Officials have a real tough job on that tush-push type of a play because sometimes that offensive line gets off just a half count early and gets an advantage. And then there's a big scrum, a big pile, and officials have to try to figure out where that ball carrier's knee went down.
Heavy stretch right here. Very close. But they got the first down. There's the football. Coach Gadel out there wants to look at it.
Danny Gadel running out onto the field.
He got up by the nose of the football. First and 10, Wausau West at the 50-yard line. 2:16 remaining. Second quarter. We're tied at 7. West has 2 timeouts remaining before halftime.
Bottom line is don't give up an easy score here before half.
Wolves will go back into play tailback with Gravine at quarterback. And a couple of West offensive linemen stand up early. The illegal procedure against Wausau West.
And they all turned around and took a look at the quarterback like, what are you doing?
Ball's back at the 45. It's 1st and 15. Clock is rolling. 2:05 remaining in the second quarter. West has 2 timeouts remaining before halftime. Warriors line up. 2 receivers far side. Christensen on the near side. Levine from the pistol. Low snap, and he grabs it. Heads for the far sideline. Being worth it. Take it down at the 35-yard line.
Who was that?
A big hit. I believe that was Wes Nowitzki, his second sack of the year.
Okay, look at Jet unblocked.
Levine goes down back at the 36-yard line, a loss of 9.
Green turned to set up his feet, and all he saw was orange. And boom. Wow.
So now second down. Second and about 24 from the West 36-yard line.
That's a quarterback's nightmare.
Once again, a Wausau West lineman moves early. The right tackle, Clinton Totsky, shuffled his feet. Now the ball back at the 31. West has to get to the Marshfield 40 for a first down. So this will be 2nd and 29. And the clock rolling once again, 1:15 left before halftime.
Something's going on with the cadence call by the quarterback and especially the left side of their offensive line. They seem pretty sure of themselves when they fire out.
Richard far side, Christensen wide near side. Levine in the pistol formation, gets the snap. Hands the ball off to Woolver with the 35-yard line. And stopped right there. Nowitzki on that stop. Along with Lucas Halen. And now a timeout will be used. Looks like Marshfield takes timeout. Tigers' second timeout of the first half. 45 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Marshfield and Wausau West are tied at 7. That last run gained 4 yards, so Wausau West faced now with 3rd and 25.
Taqueria Monarca is now open at the Marshfield Mall. Experience the bold and fresh flavors of Mexico in Marshfield at Taqueria Monarca. Delicious tacos, burritos, quesadillas, bowls, and drinks. Kick things up a notch with the fresh salsa bar. Taqueria Monarca is fast, casual, and delicious.
We are ready to serve you the bold, fresh flavors from Mexico. Welcome to Taqueria Monarca.
You don't have your heater with you tonight.
No. I think that died last year.
3rd and 25 for Wausau West at their own 35-yard line. Levine at quarterback. Waldvogel back in to play tailback. Levine takes the snap. Hands to Waldvogel to the 40-yard line, about the 42. Stop there. And Marshfield takes a timeout once again.
Tigers doing a pretty good job against Waldvogel. I've only got him for 34 yards in 11 carries.
Picks up 7 on that play. And Marshfield will take their final timeout of the first half. 40 seconds remaining before halftime. We're deadlocked at 7. We'll come back and check in with more Marshfield and Wausau West football in just a moment.
I work for Staub Construction.
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
they, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
Situation for Wausau West is 4th and long. 4th and 18 for the Warriors at their own 42.
Well, snap count's not going to be an issue here.
Hayden Carlson back in deep safety for Marshfield. Kennedy Yang on to punt the ball for Wausau West. High snap over Yang's head. Rolls inside the 20 to the 15-yard line. He gets hit to the 15. High snap, and John Sternweiss makes the stop at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that to myself. I know that's all second talking or second guessing with the exchange problems that they've had and snap count problems. I'm thinking, they could sail one, and they did.
So Marshfield has the football on the west 15-yard line. 34 seconds remaining in the second quarter. We're tied at 7.
Did you catch who made the big hit back there as well?
Sternweiss. John Sternweiss on a tackle. Marshfield is out of timeouts here. Ben Jordan rushing back in along with Harlan Meisner. Femmel from the pistol formation. On first down, face the handoff, goes outside, throws wide open to Taylor at the 15, 10-yard line, 5, breaks a tackle, goes down to the 3-yard line, and stop there. Josh Taylor with his 7th catch this year. 26 seconds remaining, ball is down to about the 8-yard line, so 7 yards on that play. So it's a first down. First down at the 3-yard line, so 12 yards to the pass play. Clock winding down, 18 seconds left. From the eye, Femmel will spike it. Ball's at the 3-yard line. So 12 yards on that pass play to Josh Taylor, his 7th catch of the year. Now second and goal at Marshfield at the Wausau West 3-yard line. Tigers are out of timeouts, and 15 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Marshfield changing some personnel here. Ben Jordan comes in. Ethan Femmel back in the ball game. Second and goal Marshfield at the Wausau West 3.
Well, if you run it, you better get it in. Otherwise, scramble to line up again.
Femmel from the pistol. Carlson next to him.
I'd throw it here.
Ethan takes the snap, fades the pass. Looks far sideline. Oh, and caught for the touchdown. Sideline covered by Cam Kolstad in the corner of the end zone for the score, and Marshfield on top 13-7.
Yeah, right on the money. Beautiful throw. Beautiful.
Cam Kolstad on the catch, his 2nd touchdown catch this year. 2-play, 15-yard scoring drive. Marshfield in their spread formation for the 2-point conversion. Snap goes to Taylor. There's a flag down on the play. Taylor stopped shy of the goal line.
Probably a legal formation.
Femmel's 5th touchdown pass this year.
That tricky formation with Marshfield spread out to the right and spread out to the left. I don't know. Some people used to call that the swing gate. I don't know what you want to call it. But it is sometimes difficult to get those outside people on the line of scrimmage where they belong.
So Easton Levin now comes back in. He'll attempt to kick the PAT. Landon Truby the holder. Beckett McFarland the snapper. Ball was placed down. Kick is on the way. Long enough. The kick is good. Kick is good. Marshfield back on top after the late Wausau West turnover. Just 11 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Our score now, Marshfield 14 and Wausau.
Sports Den, located on Marshfield's sunny south side since 1975. The Sports Den has the area's best selection of outdoor equipment. Find top brands of snowshoes, cross-country and downhill skis, snowboards, swimming equipment, skateboards, and more. The Sports Den has a full-service bike repair center along with top bike brands, Specialized, Trek, and others. The Sports Den is Central Wisconsin's Fat Bike headquarters. Visit the Sports Den in Marshfield Monday through Saturday and thesportsden.net.
Marshfield to kick off. Wausau West does have 2 timeouts remaining before halftime.
Boy, those scores like that just before the half can really be backbreaking at times. A team going into the locker room now, who knows what kind of coach they've got, but they may get chewed out at halftime.
Three men back in deep safety for Wausau West. Kick by 11, end over end kick, rather short. And on the 11-yard line by Luke Sowing up the far sideline across the 35 and out to about the Wausau West 40. With just 5 seconds remaining before halftime. Wausau West is time for one more play. And they'll put the ball in play from their own 40-yard line. 4 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Except for one big sack in the last series where Wausau had the ball. A crushing sack. The quarterback from Green has had pretty good time to throw the football.
Warriors have two receivers on the far side. Green back in the pistol. Takes the snap and hands to Ward Vogel. Comes to the near side, now cuts back inside. That's the point, rather. It's hit by Taylor and it's taken down at the 46-yard line. Ward Vogel gets 6 on that play. And that play ends the first half of football here at Haining Stadium in Marshfield. By the way, we want to salute this year's inductees into the Pittsfield High School Athletic Hall of Fame. Their induction ceremony is next Saturday evening, October 11th at the Pittsfield Auditorium. This year's inductees are former Maryland Conference boys basketball career scoring leader Doug Brandt, three-sport athlete Tom Chasteen, former Panther sports standout and coach Mark Ronski.
A couple years of a job that doesn't fit. It's time for more money, more opportunity. That is where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Would cooking be a good fit? Try on a career in welding. Perhaps the outdoors suits you better. Or maybe helping people is a better fit. No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options, making Mid-State the perfect fit.
My grandparents worked so hard their whole life to keep things nice. You want to make sure that you're getting the job done correctly. At no point did I feel like I wasn't being handled by professionals. They were literally taking it on a surgical level, it seemed. Like they were very, very thorough on every step. I feel like Infinity treated my family with the same respect they would have treated their own. I feel like my house is brand new again.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. The tools you trust from the people you can depend on. Shop the store within a store and find what you're looking for.
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Now that's what I was looking for.
Looks like you found what you're looking for.
We redesigned our store to offer the biggest selection of Milwaukee tools.
A selection so big you'll need a map to find your way out.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between. Check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See Chips' complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream, all served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield. Be a champ and have a chipperific day. Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Man, that furnace is just going down and retirement's not working out how we wanted to have it happen. What can we do?
Let's see what Donnie has to say.
At Citizens Financial Services, located at Citizens State Bank, we specialize in developing unique plans for our clients to provide guidance in retirement. A customized plan starts with your goals, your needs, paired with a well-thought-out strategy to address those goals.
I think this is going to work.
To set up a time, call me, Donnie Snyder, at 715-486-8151.
Chili Implement, located just west of Marshfield, is your local Kubota dealer in central Wisconsin. They have it all, including farm tractors and the best-selling and #1 rated in durability and owner experience Kubota compact do-it-all tractors. And don't forget the versatile Kubota RTV utility vehicles, along with Kubota zero-turn mowers for the best lawn care equipment. Get them all at Chili Implement. Chili Implement is open Monday through Saturday. Call us or visit our website at chiliimplement.com.
Hey, need a lift? No, I can't give you a ride because I can't drive yet. But I can tell you all about the new awesome lift chairs at Mall Furniture. These things are so cool.
Mall Furniture has over 40 lift chairs in stock and ready for delivery anywhere in central Wisconsin.
Let's be real. We all need a lift once in a while. So when it's your turn for a new lift chair, head to Mall because we got them all.
Mall Furniture and Mattress, West 9th Street, Marshfield.
Nuts Deep 2, a Marshfield favorite for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Soup, salad, pizza, omelets, sandwiches, wraps, and burgers. How about appetizers like loaded tots and super nuts nachos? 14 large TVs to watch all your favorite games. Plus, entertainment and event space for groups large and small for your upcoming parties. Nuts Deep 2 again, awarded Best Burgers and Fish Fry in Marshfield. Nuts Deep 2 on South Central Avenue in Marshfield and Nuts Deep 2 North in Spencer.
successful program that includes, some postseason success. Can you just maybe highlight or talk about the success you've had here during your tenure? I've been very, very fortunate to have some talented players come through the program since 2013. Good scorers, great defenders, and very good goalies. And when you put those pieces together on a team, things can really go your way. And that's kind of how we've been successful. I think the first 2014 we made a sectional final. 2016 may have been our best team
Wausau West 14-7. No scoring in this ball game in the first quarter. Marshfield then scored early in the second quarter on a 25-yard touchdown run by Hayden Carlson to cap a 6-play, 75-yard scoring drive. Easton letting kick the PAT, and Marshfield led 7-0 with 11:51 left in the second quarter. Wausau West of the ensuing kickoff went 73 yards in 12 plays and scored on a 1-yard touchdown run by Miles Waldvogel. Position, Jacob Shearer, but West got the ball at their own 35, but eventually had to punt back to Marshfield. The Tigers got the ball back at their own 15. The Wausau West on their next possession moved from their own 40 after that fumble recovery, but were stopped because of some penalties at their own 42. Had to punt the football away, but a bad snap on the punt, recovered by Marshfield, gave the ball back to the Tigers on the Wausau West 15-yard line. Marshfield scored 2 plays later on a 3-yard touchdown pass from Ethan Femmel to Cam Kolstad. Then again kicked the PAT, putting Marshfield on top 14-7 with 11 seconds remaining in the second quarter, and that closed out the first half scoring in this ball game. By the way, join us for Major League Baseball action tomorrow evening on WOSQ as the Detroit Tigers take on the Seattle Mariners in the American League Division Series. Our broadcast begins tomorrow at 7 p.m. right here on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, and WOSQFM.com. It's halftime here at Heidi Stadium in Marshfield. Marshfield Tigers lead Wausau West here at the halftime break by a score of 14-7. Beautiful evening for football here in Central Wisconsin as we enjoy this ball game here at Heidi Stadium tonight. Let's bring back Larry Kitus for some comments on the first half of the football this evening. Dale?
Well, this game has definitely been played at the line of scrimmage with both teams preferring to keep it on the ground. Let's talk about some yardage. Even though Marshfield has 14 points on the board, I have them for 108 yards in the first half, 82 rushing, and 26 passing on 3 of 5, all of those by Ethan Femmel. No receiver had more than 1 catch for the Tigers. Leading ground gainer was Hayden Carlson, 80 yards in 10 carries, and there were only 2 other carries, one by Ethan Femmel and one by Meisner in the first half for the Tigers. Going over to the blue and gold side, Wausau West, 140 yards. They have 137 yards rushing, 67 yards by Cooper Depew. He did that in 11 carries. Waldvogel, one of their standout runners, that got him for only 34 yards in the first half. In 11, Levine has 14 yards and 3 carries. That includes a 10-yard sack. Only 1 reception for Wausau, and that's Jones for 3 yards. And so Wausau was 1 for 3. That's not right. 1 for 5 passing in the first half for those 140 yards. So, Gene, I don't know if I want to call it throwback football because it isn't like the old-fashioned power eye or straight T or anything like that, but you've definitely seen these teams choosing to try to grind it out tonight.
Yeah, 2 ball clubs that do love the football pretty well. They're showing that so far this evening, and it's been a very entertaining ball game. But you know something, Dale, it's amazing how football has changed over the years. You can be rather diverse and still running football a lot. You don't have to pass the ball to be diverse. You can run the football different ways and be diverse that way.
That's true. You see some of these spread offenses in college, and you take a look at the stats at a halftime of the ball game and find out they rushed for 200 yards out of these spreads. So, I think the philosophy there is, well, let's spread the defense out as much as possible and create some running lanes and take advantage that way. So, we're seeing some of that here tonight.
Wausau West with the football to start the third quarter this evening, so a big defensive stand for Marshfield here. They want to get the ball back and maintain that 1 touchdown lead. We mentioned some high school football action tomorrow. The Pacelli football team will take on Aurora Central Catholic from Illinois at Sun Prairie tomorrow. Game time for that contest, 1 p.m. W. Stevens Point football team plays tomorrow at Platteville starting at 1 p.m. UW Stout and UW Eau Claire square off in football tomorrow. Game time 1 p.m. Big matchup on the WIAC. In fact, a couple of them. Lacrosse at Whitewater and River Falls at Oshkosh. Those teams all nationally ranked in Division III. And those ball games coming up on the WIAC on Saturday as well. Marshfield the kickoff. 3 men back in deep safety for Wausau West. Easton Linden to kick off for the Marshfield Tigers.
It's the kind of formation back there that kind of lends itself to doing some sort of trickery or reverses or some double handoffs.
Letting get set. And the kick on the way. And over and kicks a foul on the 9-yard line at the far sideline, the 25. Evades a couple of tacklers and guys out to about the 30-yard line.
Pretty good coverage that time by the Tigers. The last kick to Wausau West, they got it out to the 41 or 42-yard line, so an improvement there in kick coverage.
Wausau West offense back on the field, 1st and 10 Warriors at their own 30-yard line early in the third quarter. And Marshfield leads this contest by a score of 14-7. Again, the Warriors quarterback by senior Joe Gravine. Miles Woldvogel, the tailback, next to him. Gravine in the pistol on 1st and 10 from the 30. On first down, the handoff goes to Tatum Moa off the right side for a yard or 2. Moa coming in motion, that's the handoff, and then stopped by several Tigers, led by Keith Reisner at the 32-yard line.
Anderson made the tackle.
2nd and 8, Wausau West at their own 32-yard line. Wausau 4-2 heading into this ball game. Marshfield 2-4. Richard wide near side. Christensen far side on 2nd and 8. Gravine from the pistol formation. Takes the snap, fades the pass. Looking near side, now being rushed to start the run. Gets away from Klum, gets hit across the 35 and dropped at the 37. Klum still came upfield and made the tackle. With help from Reisner. And 1 or 2 other Tiger ball players on that play. At the 37. Mason Anderson there as well. So Gravine on the run gains 5 more. 3rd and 3 for Wausau West at their own 37-yard line. Warriors break the huddle. Richard come wide near side. Woldvogel in the backfield next to Gravine on 3rd and 3. Gravine from the pistol. Takes the snap. Looks to pass. Quick pass off. It's intercepted. Pulled too hard. Intercepted coming down the near sideline. Easton Levitt. 30, 25, 20. In the clear for the score for Marshfield.
Wow. Gravine overthrowing a receiver on a slant pattern and right into the defender from Marshfield. It was kind of like I'm standing here. Boom, ball hit me in the chest. Thank you very much.
As Dale points out, that ball was overthrown and thrown beyond the receiver. Easton Levin makes the reception. Wow. The interception returns it about 55 yards for the score. Marshfield now leads 20-7.
Levin doing a nice job getting downfield too. He had a couple blockers out there that helped him.
Tigers now with that swinging gate formation on the 2-point try. And the snap throw near side of Taylor. He gets in for the score. Josh Taylor scores on a 2-point conversion. The Tigers with some big defensive plays. First of all, the fumble recovery and the bad snap on the punt. And now a pass interception return by Easton Levin for a score. And
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier. Treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
Heating and cooling, HVAC specialist, restoring your comfort for over 40 years on Veterans Parkway, Marshfield. Residential, commercial, and agricultural.
Only third pass interception thrown by Joe Gravine this year and his first in West's previous 4.5 games, but comes at a bad time for the Warriors, and Marshfield now on top by 15.
I don't know, West just seems so out of sync in the second quarter before half. A number of bad snaps and players jumping off sides, and not sure what's going on over there.
Easton ready, and he'll kick the ball away. High, rather short kick, grabbed on the 16-yard line, taken by Luke Sully across the 25 up to about the 29. High school football on WOSQ brought to us by Sternway & Sons of Marshfield. Ready mix and block plant serving central Wisconsin since 1972 with quality concrete products. That's Sternway & Sons of Marshfield. Wausau West football right on their own 30-yard line. Still early in the third quarter, and Marshfield now on top 22-7. Again, Joe Gravine playing quarterback. Miles Wolves over the tailback. And Gravine hands off to DePoit on this play. Tries the far side, gets out to about the 33, maybe 34-yard line.
Gets that carry. Gains about 4.
DePoit for 4 on that carry. 2nd and 6 for Wausau West at their own 34-yard line. Houston Lennon on that interception, his third of the year. Two receivers near side, one on the far side. Richard goes in motion, and the ball is snapped. And Marshfield may have the ball back. Marshfield has it. John Sternweiss.
Probably got a flag too way after the play, so something's going on there. Probably a sportsmanlike penalty.
Sternweiss recovers the fumbled handoff at the Wausau West 31. The official is still sorting this out.
It's going to be it's after the play, so it's going to be Marshfield's ball, but it's going to be I don't know. Wausau's offense is still out there. I don't know. Unsportsmanlike Wausau. Unsportsmanlike Marshfield.
So they'll offset, but it will be Marshfield ball.
Okay. A couple of guys deciding maybe they like each other too much.
So 3 key turnovers at Wausau West. And Marshfield back on offense. They'll take over on the West 31. 9:37 remaining in the third quarter. Marshfield on top now 22-7.
Perfect opportunity to try to throw the ball deep. After a turnover. Short field.
Trevin Fry's back into play quarterback from the pistol formation. Taylor comes in motion, sets up on the near side. Fries hands to Harlan Meisner. Trying to get outside, not much there. He'll be pulled down after a short gain.
Meisner gets that carry.
Meisner stopped, no gain on the play. 2nd and 10, Marshfield at the Wausau West 31-yard line.
Looks like no gain on the play.
Ball game was tied at 7 until late in the third quarter when a bad snap on a Wausau West punt resulted in a short touchdown drive for Marshfield.
Yeah, just a killer just before half, too.
And then the return for a touchdown on the pass interception by Easton Ledden. Now Marshfield leads by 2 scores.
Yeah, so in the course of 2 or 3 plays, Marshfield really flipped the scoreboard.
2nd and 11 for Marshfield at the West 32. Fries in the pistol. Carlson next to him. Trevin drops back to pass the ball, has time, throws deep to the near sideline in the end zone for Jordan, goes up between 2 men, and has the ball knocked away, incomplete. Ben Jordan in the end zone had 2 defenders on that play, and one got to handle the football. The pass is ruled incomplete. So now 3rd and 10 for Marshfield at the Wausau West 31.
Well thrown ball. Receiver had a chance, but good coverage by Wausau West, knocking the ball away and knocking the receiver down as well.
Fries this year's pass for 178 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 pass interceptions. High backfield on 3rd and 11 from the 31. Taylor and Carlson lined up behind Fries, who's under center. A draw play to Carlson, gets outside, breaks the tackle to 30, 25, 20, and dives forward to the 20-yard line and should have the first down.
Oh, now a real late flag thrown again.
Flies was hit after the, as he handed the ball off.
Yeah, but there was a play 4 or 5 yards away.
Tigers said the call is against Wausau West. Now, Carlson ran down the 21-yard line, 10 yards, and close to a first down.
Wait a minute.
Unsportsmanlike called against Wausau West on top of that. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Wausau West.
That's a dead ball foul, so that would be going to be some yardage tacked on, whether it's half the distance or whatever, I'm not sure.
The ball is right now on the 21-yard line. So that should bring the ball down to near the Wausau West 10.
I'm sorry, so what was his gain on that last play?
10.
Thank you.
And the ball goes to the 11-yard line. So first and 10 for Marshfield at the Wausau West 11. 8:28 remaining, third quarter. Marshfield leads 22-7.
Not the best stat guy. I get caught up in what's happening on the field all the time.
Fries under center on this play, offset eye. Taylor and Carlson in the backfield. Fries turns. Here's Taylor, off tackle, breaks a tackle, tries to get outside, spins away from Waldvogel, but fights his way down to about the 8-yard line. Taylor, pretty strong guy, 5'10", 225, but not the quickest guy on the team. So trying to get outside and couldn't do much there, but didn't get 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, those were physical yards. He was hit yards short of the line of scrimmage and then batted through a couple guys, threw one guy off, and then eventually Wausau rallied and threw him to the ground.
2nd and 7 for Marshfield, the Wausau West 8. Jordan far side, Kolstad near side. And Carlson in the Wildcat formation will take the direct snap. Meisner next to him. Hayden grabs it, takes the handoff, runs straight ahead. Not much there, though, and stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Boy, we've got some activity going on after the snap. One player from each team on the ground going after each other. See, temper's failing out there right now. Some boys not happy with each other.
No gain on the carry. It's 3rd and 7 Marshfield, the Wausau West 8-yard line. Sadowska comes back in. Trevin Fries in. Taylor leads. Sadowska goes out to the far side. 2 receivers on the near side as well. Fries in the pistol. Carlson next to him on 3rd and 7 from the 8. Trevin takes the snap, drops back to pass. Now starts to run. Gets spun down. Comes to the near sideline. Caught at the goal line. And the ball bobbled, incomplete pass. The ball was going to Gavin Larson, I believe, and Gavin tried to hold the ball over the goal line, but he was bobbling it as he fell down out of bounds. So it's an incomplete pass. 4th and 7 for the Tigers at the West 8. Easton Ledden, who has not made a field goal this year, will come out and attempt to kick a field goal from about the 15-yard line. 25-yard field goal try by Easton Ledden.
He short somebody again. Here we go. Running right onto the field late.
Taylor comes out. Landon Truby, the holder. Field goal try from the 15, 25-yard attempt. Ball is down. Kick is on the way. Kick is long enough, and it is good. 25-yard field goal by Easton Ledden expands the Marshfield lead. 6:37 remaining in the third quarter. Our score now is Marshfield 25 and Wausau West 7.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that looked for my best interest. And he said, we're going to get you up walking without the walker. I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
Well, 18 18 unanswered points for the Marshfield Tigers. They now lead 25-7 midway through the third quarter here at Hiding Stadium. 3 consecutive turnovers by Wausau West. And the Tigers take advantage with scores. Redding kicking off for Marshfield. End over and kick to the far side. Had by Sarley at the 12, near side the 20, across the 30-yard line. A hit hard on the 35, falls forward to the 37. And a late flag as well.
Another flag after the play.
We've seen our share of those tonight. So the officials will discuss this one. Unsportsmanlike on Wausau West.
Yeah, something right over here along the sidelines in front of the Marshfield, the right side of the Marshfield bench, about the 35-yard line, and again coming after the play. Now whether that's a late hit or who knows what exactly the kid did, because it's kind of blocked out by players on the sideline, but you just give up a whole bunch of points, put yourself in a big hole, and now you get a 15-yard penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct or other.
So West begins this drive on their own 20, midway through the third quarter. Marshfield on top 25-7. Via quarterback, rolls over the tailback. Richard wide near side. Here's DePoit on the counter play. Carries out to near the 30-yard line. A tough run to about the 31.
Nice run, boy. I tell you what, when players hit the ground, there's some continuation of physical activity. Let's just put it that way.
Now 11 yards for DePoit on that play. A first down for Wausau West at their own 31-yard line. Richard far side. Christensen wide near side. Levine working in the pistol formation, grabs the snap, hands off, not much there on this play. DePoit straight ahead, but got buried right away. Looks like that was Wesnovitsky on the stop at the 30, a loss of 1 on that carry. 2nd and 11 for Wausau West at their own 30-yard line.
Wasn't that the game last week, Gene? But it seemed like one of the keys to the victory for the Tigers was a defense that kind of stiffened up.
Oh, they did, yeah.
Throughout that ball game. We were down, 13-0 or 14-0. Put the stop to it after that.
13-0 after one quarter. Rapids did not score again. 2nd and 11 West at their own 30. 2 men come wide near side. Richard wide far side. Jones now winds up as a blocking back on the far side. Moa goes in motion. Levine fades to pass the football. Being rushed by Sternweiss. Throws far sideline. Caught by Wogo. Break the tackle to 50 and carries the Marshfield 45.
Yep, nice throw, nice catch there, nice execution.
Miles Wogo's 12th catch this year.
Yeah, Levine just got that off. Somebody back here, is that Levine holding his hand?
Yeah.
No, it's a lineman.
It's a lineman. Wausau West tackle Quentin Totsky.
45-yard line.
Gain of 25 on that pass play to Novitsky. And the first down for Wausau West at the Marshfield 45. Marshfield leads 25-7 with 5:05 remaining in the third quarter. Asa Richard, the far side. Finn Richard, wide near side. Moore with him. He now goes in motion. And Levine tries a quarterback draw, gets outside of the 40, cut down there. Rather awkward play because he had to wait for Moore to come back for a fake handoff and follow Moore. But Levine still carries for about 4 yards to the 41-yard line. 2nd and 6 for Wausau West at the Marshfield 41. Still lots of time left in this ball game. 4:20 remaining in the third quarter. Richard to the near side. Levine back in the pistol formation. Takes the snap. Hands off to DePoit off tackle on the right side across the 35 and bulldozed right there near the first down marker.
Good push by the Wausau West line. Good hard running by DePoit. Another first down.
Tackle made by Cole Kenny, a first down for Wausau West.
First down.
At the 35-yard line, gain of 6 by DePoit on that play.
35-yard line, first and 10.
Wausau West has not scored since midway through the second quarter. First and 10 Warriors at the Marshfield 35. Levine in the pistol formation once again. Grabs the snap and runs himself, coming to the near side with some room to the 30-yard line. Makes a tackle but cut down from behind at the 25-yard line. An arm tackle there by Wes Nowitzki, helped by Easton Ludden. Levine gains about 10 on that play. Gets another first down for Wausau West. Warrior first down on the Marshfield 25-yard line. West has gone from their own 20 to the Marshfield 25 now in 6 plays. All but one on the ground. DePoit stays in the ballgame at tailback, 2 men wide near side. Levine takes the snap, hands to DePoit off tackle, another nice gain across the 20 to about the 18. Cut down there and stopped by Marshfield's Lucas Halen on the 18, so DePoit picks up 7 more. Second and 3, Wausau West at the Marshfield 18-yard line.
DePoit now with 94 yards.
Once again, he'd only rushed 4 times last week. That was his first rushing attempts of the year.
You never know, maybe a player coming back from injury or whatever.
2 receivers out wide far side. Levine for the pistol. He rolls to the far side, looks to throw the football, dumps it off, low throw, incomplete. A good rush on that play by a couple of Tigers. Mason Anderson there. And Levine trying to go to the far sideline to Shea Jones, but because of that rush, threw the ball too low, it falls incomplete. It's now 3rd and 3 for Wausau West at the Marshfield 18. West would be in 4-down territory here. They're down by 18 late in the 3rd quarter.
Good coverage by Marshfield on that last play, a play-action pass with Levine rolling out to the right, but Marshfield defenders in the secondary stayed home.
Christensen far side, 2 receivers near side on 3rd and 3. Levine gives to DePoit off tackle, a big hole inside the 15, the 10-yard line, and cut down around the 5. Stopped by John Sternweiss on the 5-yard line. DePoit down to the 5, picks up 13 more on that run.
It's another situation where a player looked like he was starting off to the left side and then cut back and found a nice hole.
And now a first and goal for Wausau West at the Marshfield 5. Tigers lead 25-7, 2:20 remaining in the 3rd quarter. West sends 3 men to the far side. DePoit in the backfield next to Levine. And DePoit gets the handoff, comes to the near side, gets in the end zone for the touchdown. Cooper DePoit goes the final 5 yards for the score. 10-play, 80-yard scoring drive for Wausau West. They now trail 25-13. DePoit on the rushing touchdown. His first of the year. Finn Christensen on to attempt to kick the PAT. Ball is placed down, kick is on the way, a low kick made and partially blocked. But it gets across the crossbar and the kick is good. And so Wausau West has converted the PAT try. 2:08 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Our score now is Marshfield 25 and Wausau West 14. We'll come back.
Join the Gross family of satisfied customers at Gross Buick in Marshfield. Come see their large selection of cars, trucks and SUVs on the Marshfield lot. Or find it at grossauto.com, and we'll have it delivered to Marshfield for your convenience. You'll love their people and state-of-the-art service department, where service guests get a free courtesy car. Top it all off with the Gross lifetime engine warranty on most vehicles. Gross Buick of Marshfield.
Steps
14. Tigers capitalizing on some Wausau West turnovers and mistakes here in the second and third quarters.
It's only the third quarter, so you still got to keep chugging away here and put some more points on the board one way or another.
Ethan Femmel back into play quarterback. Hayden Carlson the tailback. Josh Taylor fullback also in the backfield. Two receivers on the far side. First and 10 from the 20. Femmel takes the snap. Hands to Carlson. Has a hole across the 25 and carries down to about the 29-yard line. Nice stutter step by Hayden Carlson. They'll gain 9 yards on that play.
He's up to 99 yards, according to my stats, that in 13 carries.
Hayden's rushed for over 100 yards 4 times this year, including the last 3 ball games, so he'll likely hit that mark once again tonight. Second and 1 Marshfield at their own 29. Sadowska far side. Gavin Larson comes out near side. I backfield behind Femmel on second and 1. Ethan rolls near side, wants to pass, dumps it off near side to Taylor at the 35-yard line, up to the near sideline to the 38. Has the first down right there. Fullback Josh Taylor on the catch, picks up 9 more yards on that play. Josh's second catch tonight. He'll make him 8 for the year. Now first down for Marshfield at their own 38-yard line. Tigers lead 25-14, 1:10 remaining in the third quarter. Femmel from the pistol formation. Takes the snap, gives to Carlson, cuts outside of the 40-yard line, 45, and out to about the 48. With the first down marker for Hayden Carlson. Another fine run by Hayden.
And that takes him over 100 yards, 111.
Gives him 10 more yards on that play. First down for Marshfield at their own 48-yard line. Clock winding down, final minute of the third quarter here at Hyding Stadium.
Besides being a strong physical runner, Carlson does a nice job of following his blockers.
Really does, you're right on that. Wide out far side, stretch the tight end, now shifts. High backfield behind Femmel. Ethan gives to Carlson straight ahead. Makes a couple of tackles, carries across the 50, the 45. Stop right there.
He almost broke out.
7 more for Hayden Carlson. A first and a second down now. Second and 3 Tigers at the West 45.
What do we got, a penalty or something here?
Well, the clock is stopped. We could have a penalty. Procedure call on Marshfield. So that play will come back. The illegal procedure on the Tigers. Ball goes back to the Tiger 43. It'll be first and 15.
Oh, yeah, there's the flag way over on the other sideline.
Clock restarts. Cam Kolstad far side. Jacob Sadowska near side. Femmel in the pistol with Carlson next to him on first and 15. Good snap. And Carlson straight ahead for a nice gain to near midfield across the 50 to the West 49.
Jeez. Yeah, we've got some physical activity going down here along the sidelines. There was a Marshfield receiver coming down the sideline and a Wausau player. And the Wausau player grabbed a hold of the Marshfield kid and just flung him to the ground after the play.
7 yards on that run for Carlson, the 50-yard line.
Boy, Carlson just slipped through the line of scrimmage, ran over the linebacker, and then powered for the extra yards on that play.
Personal foul against Marshfield, personal foul against West.
Yeah.
They'll offset.
That's good call. They were both going at it.
So the ball at the 50-yard line will be second and about 8. Now wind the clock, and that will end the third quarter here at Hyding Stadium. Our score after 3 periods, Marshfield 25 and Wausau West 14. And more football following these messages.
High school sports coverage is brought to you by Citizens State Bank of Loyal.
Community owned, community minded. They welcome the opportunity to serve you no matter what life brings. Arts Body Shop, South Central Avenue.
Prices more than floors, you'll find quality window treatments, paint, tile, remnants, and of course, quality flooring. So you have 3 options. come visit us here in Marshfield. We're near Fleet Farm. 2, check out our website, ricesmorethanfloors.com. Or 3, give us a call or text at 715-384-4554. And yes, pets are allowed in Rice's when accompanied by a well-behaved human.
Floors.com to set your appointment or visit our 13,000 square foot facility near Flea Farm in Marshfield. Rice is more than floors, and your dream space becomes a reality.
As we start the fourth quarter, Marshfield leads Wausau West 25-14. Marshfield football at the 50-yard line, 2nd and 8. Ethan Fimmel, quarterback. Takes the snap, wants to pass the football. Has time. Throws near sideline, and wide open, the man caught at the 35-yard line. Cam Colston makes the catch, had to go down low to grab it, but does make the catch at the 35 for a Tiger first down. 15 yards on that pass play to Cam Colstad. So he had a touchdown catch earlier in the ball game. First and 10 Tigers at the Wausau West 35. Early fourth quarter, Marshfield leads 25-14. Sadowska and Jordan far side, Larson wide near side. Fimmel in the pistol with Carlson and Taylor both back there. You think it's a high snap. It goes to Carlson, comes near side of the 30-yard line, and backpedals to about the 25. Nice spin move by Hayden Carlson.
Yeah, and didn't want to go out of bounds. He had an opportunity to save himself some punishment, but instead he spun back inside the out-of-bounds line and tried to run over 2 defenders from Wausau. Big contact.
Gets 9 yards on the play. 2nd and 1 Tigers at the Wausau West 26.
Man, this guy runs hard.
Carlson over 100 yards for the 4th consecutive ball game.
127 now. I know I'm repeating myself here, folks, but this is fun to watch if you like the running the ball football.
Football back on the pistol. Takes the snap. Hands to Carlson once again. Comes near side. Gets hit behind the line, but falls forward across the 25 to 24 and should have the first down with that run. Carlson to 23 gains 3 more. And a late flag again.
Oh boy.
Wausau West ball players are clapping here. This one might go against Marshfield. Unsportsmanlike on Marshfield. So Marshfield does get the first down on the play. And now 15 yards marked off from the spot of the foul. We're back to the 38.
There's extracurricular action going on, sometimes right after the whistle, sometimes extended after the whistle, and then you don't know what's also being said to each other out there either on these unsportsmanlikes.
But for the Tigers, a lucky break because it's still just 1st and 10, not 1st and 25. 1st and 10 Marshfield now at the West 38-yard line. Offset eye backfield behind Fimmel. Fakes the handoff, rolls the far side, stops, throws on the run, and this pass to Taggart at the 25 incomplete.
Yeah, that could have been picked off too.
Tight end Victor McTaggart on a sideline pattern. Ethan led a little too far. Strong rush by Wausau West on that play.
Well, for a freshman, Fimmel sure shows a strong arm rolling out to the right and just zipping that ball about 25 yards downfield on the line.
Now, Marshfield face was 2nd and 10 at the Wausau West 38-yard line.
Kind of like you used to do in our touch football games out behind WDLB on the target.
Very similar,
yeah. Bob Meyer would chase you around all over the place.
Wide out to the side on 2nd and 10 from the back of the pistol. And here's the handoff going to Pieper. Gets outside across the 35, about the 34. Adrian Pieper gets his 3rd rushing attempt of the year on that jet sweep. Stopping the 35-yard line. He'll gain 3 on that play. Adrian had 2 carries for 6 yards against Rapids last week. Now Marshfield looking at 3rd and 7 at the Wausau West 35-yard line. Tigers want to convert here, keep this drive going. They lead by 11 with 10 minutes to play in regulation time. Fimmel from the pistol formation. Carlson, the tailback next to him on 3rd and 7.
Field goals quickly.
Fillmore back to pass. Throws far sideline, a diving attempt, but the pass is too short, incomplete. Looking for Colson to the sideline. Ball thrown too low. Cam was open, but the ball thrown in the turf, incomplete pass. So 4th and 7 now for Marshfield at the Wausau West 35.
Instead ran a nice pattern, broke it off downfield, and was open along the sideline, but the ball just thrown into the turf that time.
It does appear Marshfield will go for it as the punter McTaggart leaves the ball game. 4th and 7 Marshfield at the Wausau West 35. Great play here. Tigers send 2 men to the near side, 1 to the far side. Femmel in the pistol formation. Taylor and Carlson next to him on 4th and 7. Femmel takes the snap, wants to pass the football. Has time, rolls near sideline, now throws on the run. The ball's caught at the 20-yard line. Grabbed there by Ben Jordan, who fights to down about the 16 and has the first down. Okay, pass play to Ben Jordan for the first down.
If you're not watching a replay of this on TV or whatever, Femmel just made a throw that not many high school kids and maybe even college kids can make. He rolled to his left, his feet were all tangled up, and drilled the ball downfield for a completion.
20 yards on that pass play to Ben Jordan. A first down for Marshfield at the Wausau West 20. 9:25 left in regulation time. Marshfield leads 25 to 14. Femmel from the pistol once again. Carlson next to him. Handoff goes, no, it's Femmel himself straight ahead across the 15-yard line to the 10 and down to about the 7.
Not afraid of contact.
Femmel puts the ball himself.
Got outside a little bit off tackle after a fake inside to Carlson. Took the ball downfield and rather than go out of bounds, ran into a couple defenders. Took the contact.
7 yards on the play. 2nd and 3 Tigers at the West 8-yard line. Femmel for a freshman, pretty good size, 6'1", 160. Jordan far side on this play. Pieper wide near side. Pieper now goes in motion. And here's Carlson straight ahead to the 6-yard line, cut down right there. He may be yards shy of the first down marker. Carlson to the 6, gains 2 more. 3rd and 1 Tigers at the Wausau West 6. Marshfield up by 11 here as the clock winds down. So now it's the far side. Cam Colstead near side. Taylor and Carlson in the eye behind Femmel. Ethan under center on this play. Turns. Carlson off tackle across the 5-yard line near the goal line, and he gets in for the touchdown.
Nice blocking on the left side, but Carlson also lowering his shoulder pads as he goes through the line of scrimmage. Again, running through some arm tackles.
14 play, 80-yard scoring drive for Marshfield. Tigers lead 31 to 14.
Well, Coach Gator talked in the pregame that his team hadn't hit 30 points yet tonight, so he's accomplished that as a coach.
Now from the swinging gate formation. Snap back to Femmel, rolls far side, being pursued, throws in the end zone. Colstead on the goal line, makes the catch.
Nice.
Great job by Cam keeping his feet in bounds along that far sideline for a 2-point play.
Ball thrown high behind him, and he managed to twist in the air and hang on to that ball just before going out of bounds. Very athletic play.
Now 7:49 remaining in regulation time. Our score is Marshfield 33 and Wausau West 14. We'll come back with more football following these messages.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
So Marshfield up by 19. 7:49 remaining, regulation time. Easton Redding kicking off once again for the Tigers. Line drive kick. And more at the 10-yard line across the 20. Near side the 30-yard line, up the near sideline with some room, and out of bounds around the 43-yard line. That's returned by Wausau West, and the Warriors have good field position here. You're listening to VFA football on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer, Marshfield, and on ZaleskiSports.com. With Delia Titus, I'm Gene DeLisio at Heidi Stadium in Marshfield. 7:41 remaining in the fourth quarter. Marshfield now leads Wausau West 33-14.
In your pregame interview with Coach Gale, Gene, you talked about how you've seen improvement in this ball club since earlier in the year, and I can see why you said that. This is a much better football team than it was 3-4 games ago.
I think so. West now down by 19. They have the football on their own 45. Gravine from the pistol formation. Moore goes in motion. Gravine back to pass the football. Being rushed, gets hit by Stuber. Fumble the football. Ball loose inside the 30. Waldvogel and Nowitzki both fall the football inside the 30. Looks like Wausau West has it, but way back on the 28-yard line. That's a loss of 17 yards.
I kind of got lost there and didn't see who hit him to force the fumble.
Sternweiss was there on the fumble. I think it was Nowitzki who made the hit.
Okay.
But now the ball's back at the 28-yard line, and it's second and about 33. Second and long for Wausau West from their own 28-yard line. Gravine back in the pistol formation. Grabs the snap, face to pass, being rushed, steps up, throws far sideline, and intercepted the 30-yard line. And the Marshfield man goes down right there. I believe that may have been Mason Anderson.
The officials right now are being very quick to rush to where the ball's going down because we've had some extracurricular activity after plays, and they're trying to do what they can to control that.
That is the fourth Wausau West turnover tonight. And Marshfield's offense back on the field. Tiger football on the Wausau West 33. Now with 6:43 remaining in regulation time, Marshfield leads 33-14. 4 key turnovers by Wausau West in this ball game tonight. Fumbles from the pistol. Tight formation. Counter play to the near side. Here comes Gavin Larson carrying inside the 25, about the 24. Waldvogel took the hit on the tackle. Slow getting up. Now being pulled up, but Gavin Larson on that carry gets 9 yards on the play. Second and 1 Tigers at the Wausau West 24. Now approaching the halfway mark of this third quarter here at Heidi Stadium. Tigers taking their time. Sadowska far side, Kolstad near side. Harlan Meisner now in a tailback. Thimble will give to Meisner straight ahead. He'll have the first down at the 21, maybe the 20-yard line. A strong inside run by Harlan Meisner.
That's good for a first down.
Junior running back. That's the first down for Marshfield. After Wausau West 20 picks up 4 on that play. First and 10 Tigers at the Wausau West 20. With 5:40 remaining in the fourth quarter, Marshfield on top 33-14. Tigers taking their time here. They have wideouts on either side. High backfield. Fenway quarterback taking his time. Turns and gives to Pieper playing the tailback. He carries outside about the 15 and pulled down right there. Adrian Pieper for 5 more. Second and 5 Tigers.
Also did a good job of protecting the ball after he got downfield. It was a defender from Wausau, and rightfully so, was trying to pull that ball loose with everything he could, but people wrapped his arms around it and hung on.
Second and 5 Marshfield, the Wausau West 15. Clock down to 4:45 remaining. Taylor and Pieper in the eye. Fimmel under center on this play. And he'll give to Pieper once again. He'll break outside across the 15 to about the 10-yard line. Boy, Adrian Pieper with some tough running. Wausau West man down on the play as well. But Pieper gains 5 more. And he'll give Marshfield the first down right on the 10-yard line. That's Waldvogel, who's been banged up several times tonight. And trotting off the field. Marshfield has a first and goal at the Wausau West 10. Marshfield leads 33-14, 4:30 to play in the fourth quarter.
Well, Waldvogel's been in just about every play, offensively and defensively. I can see where he might be a little banged up and tired.
Pieper stays in the tailback here, Fimmel from the pistol. And he'll run himself to the near side, cuts back inside, puts him about 2 yards on the play. And taken down there by Aiden Fowl.
Flags all over the place. Boy, Laundry hit the air after that play.
Several flags down the play, and a 1-yard gain for Fimmel. Tigers indicate the call is against Wausau West. Unsportsmanlike on Wausau West. Should be half the distance on goal. We've had several of those calls tonight. A couple on Marshfield, a few more on West tonight.
Unsportsmanlike is the call.
Tanner Heslip now in the backfield for Marshfield. He comes in. Barry's not marked off as of yet. Tigers make the huddle, but they have to wait.
Be half the distance.
Well, we'll go to the 4-yard line. And first down. First and goal, Marshfield at the Wausau West 4. Tigers lead 33-14, 4:17 left in regulation time.
Officials are talking at the line of scrimmage, and they ask Marshfield to go back into the huddle. I don't know if they're just trying to calm things down here a little bit. Oh, the referee was all the way over to the Wausau bench, and he's just coming back, I see.
First and goal, Tigers at the West 4. High backfield, People at tailback on this play. Fimmel gives to his fullback, that's Heslip, and he's in the end zone for the touchdown. Tanner Heslip with his first varsity carry goes 4 yards for the score. A 6-play, 33-yard scoring drive, and Marshfield leads 39-14. Easton Leggett now comes in to kick. The Tigers try to kick the PAT here. Ball placed down, kick is on the way, and the kick is good. Tigers add to their lead. They have 4:05 remaining in the fourth quarter. Our score is Marshfield 40 and Wausau West 14. We'll come back to Hiding Stadium and more football in just a moment.
High school sports coverage is brought to you by Ag Country FCS Marshfield, supporting agriculture and rural communities with competitive credit and financial services. Merit Electric Service Marshfield, electricians specializing in installations, repairs, and remodels, proudly supporting area youth and events. And Chili Implement, County Y in Chili, the official source for Land Pride implements for farm, turf, dirt working, and landscaping.
Marshfield hits the 40-point mark. Tigers lead 40-14 with 4:05 remaining in regulation time.
You know, and this is a team, Gene, as you said earlier before the game, this is a Wausau team that has played some good football, made some mistakes, and picked up a couple losses, but it's overall not a bad football team.
Beat Wausau West a week ago, or Stevens Point a week ago. Kick grabbed by Solly at the 16-yard line, hitting from the far side, off the 20-25-yard line, up the far sideline, but won't get to the 30. Pulled down shy of the 30-yard line. Wausau West offense back on the field. They trail by 26 with 3:57 to play. A disappointing loss for Wausau West. West may be changing quarterbacks here. It might be Jackson Riley now at quarterback. Takes the snap and hands the ball off to a new tailback. This is Asa Richard, I believe. Let's check that. Yes, it is. Asa Richard runs out to the 34, picks up 4 on that play. Second and 6, Wausau West at their own 34-yard line. West lines up once again. Handoff once again coming to the near side is another new man. This is Luke Solly to the 40-yard line. And he'll gain 6 and pick up the first down. First and 10 West at their own 40 with 3:17 remaining. Marshfield leads 40-14. First time the Tigers have scored 40 points against Wausau West in the ball game since they scored 42 back in 2011. West has 2 receivers on the far side. And here's out of the Wildcat formation, the quarterback, Tegan Whaler, carries across the 50-yard line to the Marshfield 47. Tegan Whaler to the 47-yard line. He'll gain 13 on that play. And Wausau West has a first down at the Marshfield 47. 2:45 remaining. Tigers lead 40-14. Riley, quarterback once again, drops back to pass, goes across the middle, and caught on the near sideline. Caught by Marcus Koenigs. Brings the ball inside the 35 to 34. Gain of 13 on that play. First and 10 West at the Marshfield 34-yard line. West changing personnel now. Jackson Riley, he is a junior, playing quarterback for West. Takes the snap. They'll dump it off on the far sideline. The ball caught by Marcus Hazy. Gets outside across the 20, out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. Quick swing pass to Marcus Hazy. Gives Wausau West a first down at the Marshfield 20, so 14 yards on that pass play. Clock down to 2:08 remaining. Marshfield on top of this ball game, 40-14. Each team changing personnel. Riley this year coming into this ball game 4 of 8 for 72 yards as the backup quarterback. Will hand to Solly straight ahead across the 15, across the 10, the 70-yard line. Nice strong run by Luke Solly straight ahead to give Wausau West a first down on the Marshfield 8. So 12 more yards for Solly on that play. And we now have 1:55 remaining in the fourth quarter. Marshfield a commanding lead at 40-14. Haven't said that for a while, Bill. Riley still in the ball game at quarterback. Solly next to him. And Riley keeps the ball himself, but pulled down behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice tackle.
Nice play there by Marshfield's Ethan Truman at the 10-yard line. So Riley will actually lose 2 yards on that play. Second and goal for Wausau West at the Tiger 10.
Truman with a nice tackle.
Good job by Ethan Truman on that play.
Stop Riley from getting any more yards.
West lines up, Riley at quarterback. Marcus Hazy in the backfield. And Riley rolls near side, looks to throw the ball towards the goal line, and incomplete. Had the man on the back line who was well covered by the Tiger defender on that play. Incomplete pass.
Faked me out with his ball handling. I was watching the running back crossing the line of scrimmage, and I thought, he's going to score. Yeah, wait a minute, he doesn't have the ball.
So third and goal, Wausau West at the Marshfield 10-yard line. We'll review the scoring plays and stats after the ball game this evening on WOSQ. West with 2 receivers on the far side on third and goal from the 10. Wiley hands the ball off. Sully coming near side of the 5-yard line. Near the goal line, he'll get it for the touchdown. That was Marcus Hazy for the touchdown run, 10 yards. 9-play, 70-yard scoring drive. And West now trails 40-20. Wausau West now with the PAT strategy.
Reminder that after tonight's game, please remember that fans will not
They may have
play. Tiger families and fans can meet their players in the plaza area.
We could get a timeout here by Wausau.
I guess we do.
When you put that many different players in as reserves on offense, and then you score, somehow you got to try to reconnect that extra point or 2-point team that's on the field and get those guys back in the ballgame, because you don't practice those plays with your reserves for the most part.
So West takes a timeout. They're first in the second half. 52 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Marshfield leading 40-20. And West with a PAT try here. It appears the Warriors will go for two. Wiley at quarterback with Kennedy Yang, the running back next to him.
Linemen for Wausau unsure about what's going on here. They're still standing up talking to each other.
Now the line is set. Wiley looks to pass the football. Being rushed to his far sideline, caught by Yang, and he gets into the 2-point play. Wiley to Yang for the 2-point conversion. That stops the clock with 52 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. And our score is Marshfield 40 and Wausau West 22. More football from Hiding Stadium in just a moment.
High school sports coverage is brought to you by courtesy Ottawa Truck Center Stanley, your Ford store with a selection of new Fords and pre-owned trucks to fit any budget. First Choice Credit Union, 1614 East 4th, Marshfield. Helping people in Wood, Marathon, Clark, and Portage counties. Member NCUA. Make them your first choice. And Quality Roofing, Marshfield. Commercial roofing and sheet metal services throughout Wisconsin and supporting all area athletes.
Well, Wausau West turnovers a key part of this ball game tonight.
Absolutely. What was it, 14-7 at halftime?
Yes, it was.
Now it's 40-22. A lot of those Marshfield points, as you mentioned, came as a result of interceptions or bad snaps. Wausau, well, I'm going to make a homecoming statement here in a moment.
Wausau West kicking off. We'll see if they go an onside kick here. Apparently not. Kick it downfield. Around on the 11-yard line, and the Marshfield man just takes a knee. That's Carlson.
Now this is Marshfield's homecoming, and there are a lot of coaches that really get very nervous during a homecoming week because of all the other types of activities that are going on in the school, and sometimes the focus is not on practice, not on prep. But boy, I tell you what, the team that looks like they're playing their homecoming tonight is Wausau West. They just, not a lot of spirited play from them tonight. I hate to say that, but they just, second half, they just gave up.
49 seconds left. Tigers with a couple of snaps here.
I guess that's not fair to say gave up, but they certainly didn't have their head in the game.
Brock Vanderwist at quarterback for Marshfield. Takes the snap. Hands off to Pieper coming near side. Across the 25, 30, near sideline. There you go. He'll still receive at the 40-yard line and into bounds inside the 35.
He's quick.
Nice run by Adrian Pieper from the Marshfield 20. Steps out of bounds, looks like at the West 39.
Nice blocks that got him outside on the left hand, on the left side, and from there he kind of swivel hipped a little bit and then made a guy miss him, and then he's down the sidelines. It looked like he might even go. How many yards in that one?
Well, let's try to figure it out. Marshall actually is huddling in front of the football. The officials bring him back. Ball's on the West 39-yard line, so a run of 41 yards for Adrian Pieper. With 39 seconds remaining. Brock Vanderwist is Marshfield's fourth-string quarterback, a sophomore. Now the Tigers go tight on this play.
Victory formation.
Vanderwist takes a knee. And a happy homecoming crowd here at Marshfield High School. Clock down to 30 seconds. Both teams leaving the field. So it appears this contest will come to an end. Marshfield Tigers with their second-string win over Wausau West and their third in the last 4 years. Our final score this evening, Marshfield 40 and Wausau West 22. We'll have a full recap on our postgame report following these messages.
High school sports is being brought to you courtesy of our broadcasting club members, including Marshfield Utilities, your community-owned electric and water provider since 1904, supporting the teams and teens in central Wisconsin. Sternweiss & Sons Marshfield, ready mix and block, serving the area since 1972 with quality concrete products. The Daily Grind, downtown Marshfield, gourmet coffee and teas, plus specialty eats.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Cooper DePoit. Christensen kicked the PAT. Marshfield led 25-14 with 2:08 remaining in the third quarter. On the ensuing kickoff, the Tigers, with a long drive, they went 80 yards in 14 plays and scored on a 6-yard touchdown run by Hayden Colson. Fennell then threw the Colster for the 2-point conversion. Marshfield on top 33-14 with 7:49 remaining in the fourth quarter. Then Wausau West fumbled the ball on their next possession, another turnover. That gave the ball back to Marshfield on the West 33. Tigers scored 6 plays later on a 4-yard touchdown run by Tanner Heslip. Len kicked the PAT, giving Marshfield a lead of 40-14 with 4:05 left in the fourth quarter. West took the ensuing kickoff and went 70 yards in 9 plays and scored on a 10-yard run by Marcus Hasey. The backup quarterback Wiley threw a 2-point conversion pass to Kennedy Yang that cut the Marshfield lead down to 40-22. But that's how the scoring ends in this ball game. The Marshfield Tigers with a convincing win over Wausau West tonight by a final score of 40-22. We'll come back and check the final stats with this ball game with Delikitis in just a moment.
High school sports coverage is brought to you by